Hey everybody! Alright, so I transferred my thumbnail, this one, to some acrylic paper, and I am just going to get started. Here is my art, 5x7, and I masked it off, I taped it off with some art tape, super cheap, really nice, and I might do like a before and after, but I'm just gonna start and I'm gonna show you guys how I paint with acrylics. I like to layer it up kind of like watercolor. So I am diluting my pigments because I'm not quite sure how dark I want my sweet little giraffe. And all during this process, I'm watching my reference, okay? I'm looking at my reference material. In this case, it's my giraffe, okay? So that might be a good background cover. I'm gonna do like a wash of the entire giraffe, and then I'm gonna come back and do the spots and the details. So I'm gonna start off with this. That might be too dark. And if you get it when it's still wet, you can just blend it with a watery brush, okay? So the giraffe is kind of yellowish, but I'm making him a little bit more yellow because I want to use my color theory and have the giraffe as the most important part of this illustration, okay? And by color theory, I mean I'm looking at my color wheel. So if my giraffe is yellows and oranges and browns, the rest of my art might be cool colors like blues or grays, okay? The main thing is wait until your paint is dry to go on top with layers, okay? That's one thing you have to do when you work like I do, okay? So I'm just like blending it up. All right, I'm gonna pause and come back and do more. Okay, so I added some skin tones and I started on my people in the front. And I think I'm gonna just dive directly into the background, which is gonna be like blues and grays. And over here is like my mixing area, okay? And I'll be back. Okay, so I didn't like the color of this window pane, so I painted it over with white. And you guys can do the same thing, okay? Just wait until it's dry and then go on top with another color, all right? You might have to go with several coats of white, but then you can paint right over that, okay? I'm gonna keep working on this, but eventually, I'm gonna layer on top with the brown spots of the giraffe. I'm gonna give them clothes. I'm gonna make some kind of a city sidewalk, not very busy, of course, because there's a lot going on here. And also, a mistake that students always make is not refining the edges once you're almost finished, okay? And what I mean by that is, go over the edges with a color that's a little bit darker. Okay, see my edges are kind of funky right here? I might want to go like this and refine the edges, make them less like bumpy and less messy. You can do that with acrylic. You can go back on top with Prismacolor, but be careful and refine your edges. Also, once you're finished, go back and erase lightly with an eraser, and that'll take most of the pencil marks off, but it's okay if the pencil marks show through, okay? All right, I think that's good. I'll show you the finished product. Bye.